The Radium Podcast, episode 31, featuring Kevin Beggs.
Yep, I'm here. 31 flavors.
He's in the studio.
Of podcast.
31 flavors. I like it.
Yeah.
That was great, Kev. Amazing segue.
Okay.
And we got a very special guest today. Dimplez in the house.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, so good. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super excited.
Trying to learn stuff today.
We're trying to learn stuff today.
I'm supposed to, wait. I'm supposed to be teaching?
Yeah, you're teaching a class today.
Man, I definitely did not get that. But,
So
So why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners? Because we have a lot of up-and-coming producers, engineers, artists, rappers, songwriters listening, you know, kind of all over the board.
All right. My name's Dimplez, and I am a digital architect is like what I like to call myself. But basically, I'm a digital marketer. So whether it be developing and creating a project from its infancy stage and bringing it to where it finally reaches an audience, I've done it all.
Amazing.
And can help you shift and create that.
That's amazing. So what are some of your like favorite projects you worked on?
Favorite is in like sold the most, or favorite like is
right.
the most fun.
How about we do one of each?
One of each. Okay, so I had the most fun working on Neo's nonfiction album because I got to do everything I wanted to do.
Dope.
But projects that sold the most would probably be one of the most recent, which would be Queen Naja's Queen Naja EP, which came out in July.
Very cool. So why don't you break down, like, because I'm even interested in this, like, what exactly is the process of, I mean, you know, digital marketing, like, just seems like such a huge term to me, you know?
It is. It's actually like there's different subsects within digital marketing. There's people who are like social media managers who will help you tweet and that kind of stuff, or post to Instagram and get your following up.
And they do like the copy and everything.
Like the copy and all of that, like the copywriters, or like then you have the content creators who like, they won't handle copy, but they'll help you go take pictures and boomerangs and all of that greatness. And then you have people like me who do a little bit of that, but do mostly like the overall feel. So like a pushback challenge, which is like a dance craze, or like, you know, like how do we activate the different like companies to make sure this looks as organic as possible so we can get people organically to create content around it? Or what's the biggest stunt we can do to get fans to buy into you so when we do drop your album in 6 months or we drop your project in a year, they care enough to buy it.
Right.
So like,
yeah, so you're kind of like what we would call in music production, you're like executive producer.
But you know, I heard EPs don't always do stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like that title.
You know what? I think that's like a misconception, because really EPs, if we're talking about film, maybe they don't do much. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
They're
they
like,
throw
here's
money.
a
Here's a
$100
check.
million.
Throw some
Yeah.
cash at it, right? Okay.
Hey, put my name in the credits.
Okay, I
because
got
that's
you.
a big deal. It's like an investor basically for film.
Okay. All
But with music, it's really like the overall feel. I mean, you can have someone making the beats, you can have, you know, writers, all these people, but the executive producer is kind of like
who pieces it together.
the glue, you know?
The big choices.
Okay, I give y'all EPs credit. My
yes.
bad, guys.
Yeah, come on now.
I know, right? But yeah, no. So digital marketing is just, it's pretty much that. Like, and then I kind of live in the space where I'm trying to help artists meet or intersect in the space of technology.
Nice.
Because technology is changing. I think like 3 years ago, Instagram wasn't that important. Now it's like the bedrock of music marketing.
It's like everything.
If you don't have enough IG engagement, I don't really know who's actually listening to your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, or playlisting and DSPs. Like Spotify didn't exist 5 years ago. Well, not domestically anyway.
Right. What about YouTube? Is that a big one still?
YouTube is big, but that's changing.
Right.
So like YouTube officially launched YouTube Music in June. And in doing that, right now they're kind of doing the whole little like bait and see what happens. For years, they've been kind of tracking our Google habits, like all the lyrics you've ever searched, any song you've ever been like, what's that line?
Yeah.
And like they have all of that information now. So like their algorithm is so succinct that it kills like a Spotify which has like all that like old school knowledge from like when they were just in Sweden, just developing the algorithm.
Yeah.
So like YouTube Music is going to be a big game changer, but I think it's still in its infancy stage. So like if you don't have a good following on Instagram, maybe now's the time to go revisit YouTube, start working on the community aspect of YouTube because they're not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah. YouTube's a giant dinosaur that's been around for
They got more money than Facebook.
Yeah. And I think their data collection
It's
has got to be
crazy.
ridiculous because it's Google.
It's Google. And then like think about like all the times you've ever gone like online to a store. What's a store you go to when you go shopping? Like just online.
Yeah, that's I'm always on music stuff
Music
usually.
stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
like if it's
Do you do
maybe
Amazon?
vintage King Amazon, of course.
You do Amazon,
yeah,
right?
Totally.
On the side of Amazon, have you ever paid attention to the stuff that's showing up?
Oh, all the banner ads.
All the
Yeah.
banner ads. That's all
Just
Google.
it chases you.
It's Google.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're like, oh man, I need cotton balls at the crib, right? Like, so you go on
Why do I keep
Amazon.
getting these cotton ball
Well,
ads?
you can
everywhere?
get these cotton ball ads, right? And then maybe on the side, randomly, while you're looking for cotton balls, you see something. You see a Kiss ad about Kiss vinyl.
Right.
You're like, you know, that looks kind of good. Yeah, I might
Yeah, that's
get that.
true. I get like microphones showing up, you know,
Right.
from, Guitar Center online, like randomly on Amazon.
I'm like, wait until YouTube Music like fully launches in its greatness. Like next year, you'll be listening to a song and you'll see this is the same microphone Led Zeppelin used.
Right.
You'll be like, damn,
Yeah.
I need that.
The targeting is incredible.
It is.
So is that something you get really deep into with what you do?
Not so much, simply because there are automated processes that handle it for me now.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean? Like there are these things called pixels. So anytime
Right.
you click on a smart link, it tells me everywhere you go to before and after you click the link.
Right.
So I don't actually have to like track you anymore. Like it's doing it
Yeah.
for me.
So are you guys using a lot of Facebook pixels or is it
Face-
mainly Google?
Facebook kind of got in trouble, so they're not really sharing pixels right now. But like, you know, Google Pixels, because they've always been very public about how they use their information.
Right.
Gupta's a really, really big one. They have a lot of pixels, and they actually run a lot of ads for like Twitter and Tumblr and OAuth and Yahoo. Like they handle those ads. So like if you've ever used AOL in your life, the likelihood is they have information on you.
Yeah. I hope everyone listening is taking notes because I want to segue into, all this stuff, but how can, the independent rapper and like, building their little team of like, that's my homie that mixes, produces, that's my homie that's going to promo my new album, drop my single, we're going to do a music video. Like, how can they use this information?
It really just boils down to who knows what and who's willing to learn what they don't know. Because you never know what you don't know until you know it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait.
Yeah,
that
hold
makes
on,
sense.
hold
That
on.
makes sense. You never know what you don't know until you know it. So like the book that I normally recommend people to read whenever like they're like, yo, I'm trying to figure out how to roll out my project, whatever, is Donald Passman's Everything You Need to Know About the Music Industry.
Nice.
Because he touches on it.
There you go.
He touches on digital just a little bit. He gives you some references to go look at. Most people never look at the references, but you're like cheating yourself.
Yeah, that's
Because you
such
paid
a
like
cheat.
$20 for
Yeah.
a book and you're not like paying attention to what it said.
Yeah.
So that would be my first recommendation. Grab that book.
Yeah, I think so. Working with the digital streaming platforms and then artists, do you ever recommend them to like hit a certain platform harder than others, or is that like a or do you kind of go for like, hey, you should touch every marketplace?
Go where
Equally.
go where you're loved and appreciated.
Yeah.
Straight up, like
point.
someone like Queen. Queen was popping on YouTube before anybody else cared.
Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
Queen was her, like YouTube was her thing.
Yeah.
Like cool. So she was just rocking YouTube. She
Yeah.
dropped her song on YouTube, dropped her video on YouTube before anybody else called.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah, just attack the whatever.
Attack who's showing you love.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know,
Yeah, I think a lot of people like start to spread themselves way too thin.
you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Update those things a little bit, but put your effort where like you're seeing result. I feel like you have a very finite amount of effort to expend on something before
Right.
you consider giving up.
Mm.
Right?
Very
like
good point.
if you're gonna exert that effort anywhere, you want to exert it where you're actually seeing a little bit of movement.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
man, I gained 1 fan today. Oh, that's great.
All right, killing it.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on like boosting posts and like Instagram, Facebook ads, and like that platform? And I'm asking you this because it's kind of selfish question that I want to know.
All good.
About.
I'm here for selfish reasons. So Facebook ads are the number one. Like if you have $10 to your name and you're like, I want to put an ad behind something, put that $10 in Facebook, because it's actually going to give you traditional engagement with a real human being.
Right.
Facebook went through this thing about 2 years ago. I don't know if you were hit, but they went through accounts with weird names and had everybody submit their IDs.
Oh wow.
Right? To check that they were like real users.
That's interesting.
And people are like, why are they doing this? I'm like, they're checking their user base so they can go tell you 97% of our audience base of our 2 billion users are real.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So when I'm selling an ad to somebody and I'm telling you, you have the potential to reach 100,000 people, that's a legitimate offer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Instagram is really important, but those ads right now are for vanity.
And it's fucking expensive.
Expensive as shit.
Like the ad spend, the reach compared to Facebook is
crazy.
It's insane.
Put your money in Facebook.
Yeah.
Honestly, put your money in Facebook. You're not going to go wrong.
What's the stats on Facebook? Are most people using Facebook on their computer still? Is
mobile.
that mobile?
Mobile.
Okay.
Everybody's mobile now,
Everybody's
right?
mobile now. Like even like vertical content is winning on Facebook for that very reason.
Yeah.
The IGTV stuff. What do you think of that?
I love.
Yeah.
Give it a year.
Right.
Like if you're a content creator and you're making videos on your cell phone, shoot it in vertical, cut and edit it in vertical, put it up on IGTV now.
Right.
IGTV is for long form, properly produced content. If you consistently upload to IGTV now, when they start rolling out things like monetization or an audience network, you're going to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah, running ads, affiliate marketing.
Exactly.
And all that. Yeah.
Like, because you have to think of what Instagram is possibly trying to do. They're trying to kill YouTube.
Yeah, and they're massive already.
They're massive already. They just crossed 1 billion users. They're trying to kill YouTube. YouTube, on the other hand, is trying to kill Spotify. Spotify, on the other hand, is trying to kill Apple. Like, everybody's in like a tat-tat-tat. So it's like, where are you winning? If you have a larger following on Instagram, build up that IGTV.
Right.
It's not going to give you a return right now, but in the long run, you'll win.
Yeah. I think a lot of people probably thought the same with YouTube.
Yeah.
And now they're like, the people that stayed consistent, got in early.
100%.
They're like making, hundreds
Millions
of thousands.
of dollars.
Yeah, millions a year, some of them.
Look, I heard something crazy the other day. Want me to tell you the crazy thing the other day?
Yes.
Somebody was offered $100,000 to do a 4-minute YouTube video, and they said no.
They're like, nah, man.
And they're like, nah, I don't even use that face wash. And I was like, man, if you don't give me this face wash, I was just like,
4 minutes,
4 minutes,
That's
and it
fucking
wasn't
crazy.
even like, you have to give us a positive endorsement.
Right.
I just want you can be like, oh man, it's terrible, throw it away. But like,
This shit sucks. I tried it.
Right.
Did some crazy shit.
4-minute video.
Thanks for the 100,000.
dude,
I would, yeah.
that's somebody's house.
That right?
Yo,
It's insane.
Okay.
I think there's like an undervalue of attention right now.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that is like, it is the future. Like we just got a new iPhone, right? We're getting better cameras.
My iPhone just started acting up.
Right.
By the way.
Weird.
Wow.
fucking
Right.
Conspiracy
I
theories.
swear to God,
Tim
dude.
Cook.
Yeah, Tim Cook, you son of a. No. No, I won't say that.
Don't
I love
say
you,
that,
dude.
don't say that.
Keep
Hey,
making shit.
Good stuff.
Make dope shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, new phones, like they're just going to keep coming out
Of
rapidly. The AR experience, the cameras being able to do the, dimensional.
360, VR, augmented reality.
Like what does that mean to IGTV, to YouTube platforms, to all these creators and all these platforms? It's like, that's where all the money is going to be generated.
Facebook already handles AR and VR. People just don't
crazy.
know.
Oh yeah. In their video platform.
With Oculus.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're already in there. And the fact that no one else has adapted it, it's crazy. The fact that YouTube still doesn't adapt vertical video. It's
Right.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Like 2018, who's turning their phone in real life?
Yeah. Oh, let me put it on.
Like,
Like if you have to turn it, you're like, fuck
I don't
this.
even want to
skip.
watch that no more. Like,
So true.
Let me ask you, I guess, the same thing that I asked for Facebook, for YouTube. Are people still watching YouTube mostly on desktop, would you say?
yes,
Yes.
because you have add-ons like for like Roku TV, Chromecast,
Yeah.
that are bringing YouTube and making them the new age cable. Because people are disconnecting from cable now,
Yeah.
and they'd rather pay that $9.99 subscription fee to YouTube
Right.
and not have ads.
Yeah. Good point. And you can do YouTube with like Apple TV, Roku TVs.
Yeah, you can do Apple, Roku, all of that. Like
Yeah.
you can do YouTube through that. And with the apps, you don't need cable.
This is getting insane. Like the future is like right now.
Wait until Spectrum decides they want to get competitive.
Oh yeah, right. Right.
And they're like, forget YouTube, we're gonna launch our own shit.
No shit. Good point. Yeah, you got AT&T, Viacom, you got
Yeah.
all these huge corporations in telecommunications that if they decide they want to get into the streaming thing, it's over.
Dude, it's a wrap.
Yeah. So this is like the Radium Podcast is really about like the music industry, you know, marketing, promotion, A&Ring, you know, getting records out there, all that stuff. I know a lot of your background is in music. You work with a lot of artists, right?
I still do.
Yeah. So what is like the major, you know, mistakes you're seeing? I mean, I don't know if you still work with like independent artists.
I do.
Okay. What are some of those mistakes that you see those independent artists making when they start to, hey, I need to, you know, get my marketing up and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? Like, what's the first thing you kind of look at?
The mistakes that I see that they
Yeah.
the comparison game.
Right.
Dude, like that's like the biggest faux pas. You're comparing yourself to somebody who has a machine behind them.
Right.
Let's be a little realistic here. Cause I see like, well, you know, this and this artist just got posted on the fader. How come I can't? Okay.
How much we got to pay for that?
Like, that's not how that works. Do you know, like, just, it's, I think honestly, the biggest mistake or the biggest misconception, because things are so easily accessible, is that success is instant.
Right.
And that's not how that works. There's still a semblance of paying your dues, of building relationships, of networking, of publicly failing or being slept on for months, for years, for almost even a decade.
Right.
Before you'll be in the position to where things will actually work in the mechanism that you want them to work. I'll give you an example. So when I first started learning how to graphic design, I was terrible.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you. I was horrible. I feel so bad for anybody who paid me to do any graphic work between the years 03
Sorry for screwing you
and
over.
07, because I sucked, like in real life. But like it boiled down to this thing where the idea of what I was trying to create in my head, I didn't have the skill set to execute.
Right.
But like around 08, I got good.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of it in my head, I'm now able to like go in and correct. Just send me the PSD, I'll fix it. Like,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, it takes time.
Yeah.
And I think with artists, especially now in an age where people are giving you their highlight reel constantly on Instagram, or they're telling you how great their life is on Twitter, and they're sleeping on the floor and you have no idea.
Right.
Don't compare yourself. Like comparing yourself is like killing you.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. We get this a lot in
Yeah.
music, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of artists come in and they're like, "Hey, man,
I want
I
this
don't
type
sound
beat.
like, yeah, I don't. Why doesn't this sound like that?" You're like,
Mix my stuff like Chance the Rapper, dude.
"Yeah, dude, you gotta be performing like Chance the Rapper. Like
Exactly.
you gotta work on your art, you know."
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's really interesting.
One thing I kind of see artists, especially when marketing kind of mess up on, is they don't know their demographic or their audience. How would an independent artist figure out who actually listens to them, and like where would they test? You know, what's the best way to collect these numbers on their own?
With your friends.
Right?
Really?
No,
Yeah.
initially, because obviously Spotify and Facebook, they're going to give you audience demos, but you can't feel those audience demos. They're just numbers. So what you got to do if you're an artist, you trick your friends to getting into a car with you, because they may not willingly do it.
You gotta kidnap your friends, everybody.
Kidnap your friends.
Yeah.
Put them in the car with you. Be like, hey guys, I'm taking you all to lunch.
Nice.
We just got to listen to my mixtape first.
Right. I've had Uber drivers do this shit. I mean, come on.
It's really smart.
Yeah.
Because if the song is good, you're like, hey, what is that track? And
Yo,
they're like, well, actually,
that's
my
me.
mixtape.
Yeah.
So, you know, but like literally fill it with your friends. Because then amongst those friends, make sure that people are within different spaces of life from you.
Right.
So like maybe if you got a homie who's like in night school, maybe you got a homie who has a 9 to 5, like they're in the car and you're playing the music, and they don't all have to be in the car at the same time because maybe those people don't like each other.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But like put them in the car with you and see how they feel. And be like, hey, this is my song. Do you think this is something I could play for your kid?
Right.
If they go, oh, hell no, then their kid is not within your demo.
Right.
Like, do you know, like,
Yeah. Ask some questions.
ask
like,
some questions
right.
like, you think I could do this at a Disney show? I don't think so. You got too
pop
many
that ass. I don't know if that
pop that bees in there. It doesn't fit, right? Like, get that actual feedback, because at the end of the day, when you start or you allow your friends to be part of your creative process, you do something what most artists forget to do. You galvanize the people who are supposed to support you.
Right.
Like, so often people be like, man, nobody ever looks out, because you never let them be part of your process.
Right.
Like, it would be really weird if I was like, hey, I'm gonna release a book and you're my friend and I talk to you every day and I never let you read a manuscript.
Right. Just put it out.
You'd feel a way. You'd be like, damn, we're not homies.
Damn, why not?
Like, let them be part of the process. And if getting that feedback, even if it's something you don't want to hear, but allowing them give you that feedback makes them part of your story.
Right.
So when you do put out a mixtape, even if it does have a song they don't like, they're going to support and promote it because they got to give you input.
Right. That's a good point. And people pay a lot of money for influencer marketing. So if one of your friends has, 100,000 followers.
There you go.
You know.
That's free marketing.
Yeah, it's insane.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to the homies.
Oh, man.
Thank you, homies.
Right?
Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
Do you ever recommend a certain type of artist just like focus on a platform? Like, hey, you make emo rap, you should go to SoundCloud. Or you sound like Britney Spears from the 90s, you should go to MySpace Music.
Really?
MySpace.com.
No.
Just to MySpace.com.
Shout out to MySpace. MySpace is popping. Don't play.
They started everything.
They
just so
really
everyone
did.
knows.
And you know what the funny thing is? Right now they run one of the largest audience networks known to man with no notoriety.
That's so crazy.
Like, just all that data of you like editing your MySpace page, they have it.
yeah.
But no. It really just depends on the look. Do you know what I mean? Like, because now we're in an age where like you'll have like a rapper like Lil Pump where people are fans of him not necessarily because of his music. They're fans of him because he treats his Instagram like it's a television channel.
Yeah.
So he will go sit on live for 4 hours as he scrolls through the gram on another phone, and people some reason find this entertaining. I'm like, dude, you're looking at a phone.
Yeah.
But like his fans are like loving every moment of it because he's inviting them to watch him as a channel.
Right.
So like some artists, I'd be like, hey, if you feel like you have a great aesthetic or you have something or there's something about you that's captivating to look at. You don't have to be traditional.
Right.
Because that's the one thing I do love about the internet. Traditional standards of beauty don't really mean shit.
No.
But if you're like, hey, there's no one that looks like me, I'm gonna be on live all day. Please, by all means, do it. Focus on Instagram. But if you're an artist where like, you know what? I feel like my lyrics are so powerful. I just want people to hear what I have to say. Twitter is gonna be your bread and butter.
Yeah. Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like your wit, your snark, the way you even tap into like current events or how you tie your lyrics to current events, Twitter's going to be where you live.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Facebook is great depending on how strong your family or your collegiate network are. Because most of us, our Facebook friends are people we went to school with.
Yeah, they're actually also like more like closely related.
Exactly.
I feel like
They're
people
way-
that really know you.
They're way tighter to you. They know when you had the chicken pox and when you fell. Like, those are the people where if you feel like that audience supports you and puts you up and will continue to win, Facebook is where you live. Do you know what I mean? Like, hey mom, I just put out a new mixtape. Can you please send it to the aunties? Like,
Seriously though.
and your mom will do it.
Yeah.
Support my baby.
Oh, she'll do it crazy too.
Look.
She'll repost everything you post.
Listen, my mom was like, my daughter works with Neo. Like, my mom was the first person. like lean into whatever platform, like we were talking about DSPs, lean into whatever platform you're getting the most movement from.
Right.
If SoundCloud is giving you love, for some reason you put a SoundCloud record out and in 2 hours you're sitting at 50,000 views, forget putting anything anywhere else.
Right.
You better live on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Like.
So would you actively try to drive all your traffic to the platform that you're getting the most love on?
I would give that platform my premier attention. I wouldn't necessarily drive all my traffic there.
I see.
Because you also don't want to abdicate everything else.
Right.
Because sticking with SoundCloud, we thought SoundCloud was going to shut down 6 months ago.
I do.
The fact that it's still open, we're all kind of like, how?
Yeah, what happened?
Right.
Someone dumped some money in?
Yeah,
No,
somebody definitely put money in it. But like, it was just one of those things where it's like, you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. But if you are getting love on SoundCloud, put your effort there, but use your other platforms to kind of serve as an archive to what you're doing on SoundCloud.
Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. It's interesting now that physical copies aren't really
done.
They're not really a thing anymore. So
Vinyl's forever though.
Yeah, right. Vinyl's huge.
I'm waiting for them to bring back the floppy disk.
Yeah.
In real life,
3.5, the big ones. Like, are you talking?
I'm talking about the 3.5. I was looking for an adapter for my MacBook because I feel like it's so secure.
Right? That's analog right there.
Forget we transfer. Just give me a floppy disk.
Yeah. Shoot me a 3.5.
Like, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Get your life together. Like floppy.
I like when you pick up
machines like that.
Yeah, I like when you pick up old equipment. You're like, what is this connector? How does this work?
Oh, skizzy?
What is that?
There's all sorts of crazy shit. Yeah. It's like totally dead now.
Yeah. I don't think people even use Firewires anymore. And that was what, like 3 years ago?
Firewires. That's funny.
Dude.
Firewire 400. Then they made 800 and everyone was like, oh shit.
What is this?
Twice as good.
And then USB-C. I was like, okay, look, y'all just
chill with all the USB. Yeah,
Y'all
just stop at one, right?
Hey, don't we have like iPhone XS and XR?
So I'm buying all of it. I just full disclosure.
We have the iPhone Max too, right? That's what I heard today.
Look,
yeah, right.
We got a Max iPhone,
dude.
It's just like an iPad.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's an iPad, but I clearly need it because I've been living life wrong.
Yeah, seriously, right?
That's all the Apple event always winds up doing. It's making me feel like I'm just living wrong.
Man, I have 2 models back.
Yeah, just
what's wrong with me?
I bought an X, but it just looks terrible.
My
now.
life sucks. I'm really not popping on Instagram.
Look, dude.
I gotta get that new iPhone.
Dude, literally, I watched the thing. They go like, oh, the Apple X does this, but the XS does this a little better.
Right. That's the new sell pitch from Apple.
Right.
They don't need to market. They just say, this one's better.
Right. I was just like, damn, you're right.
I'm copping. You said it's better. I'm getting that shit.
I need that.
Yeah. Sick.
Oh, man.
So let's put up a theoretical here.
Okay.
All right. Let's say I'm an artist.
Okay.
And I'm like releasing my music.
Wait, what type of artist are you?
Okay, I'm
do you sing?
Country yodeling artist.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, no.
This is my jam. This is my jam.
Let's go.
This is me yodeling. All right, fuck yeah.
Okay.
No, let's say I'm like I'm an up and coming R&B artist, like new R&B, right?
Okay.
So,
what kind of R&B? Are you her R&B or are you like?
Let's say like
Latoya
Bryson,
Luckett R&B.
like the next generation of Bryson Tiller R&B.
Okay.
Bryson.
Sorry.
He don't know you, Bryson. You can tell he didn't listen to your album.
Well, sorry, buddy.
He didn't listen.
I heard the kids listen to this these days.
I'm not really your target market, so I think you're okay.
It's okay. I'm not a little pump market either. So.
I'm not drinking champagne in a bubbly hot tub, rubbing oil on myself.
But you okay?
Wait, is that his market?
I don't even know, but it sounded like Rev Run. I flash back to him being on a BlackBerry in that tub.
Just oil.
I think some like Ray J. That's some Ray J music right there.
That's Ray J. Okay,
that's Ray J's target market.
Let's say I'm like Ray J's like the next Ray J.
Okay.
All right.
Which Ray J or
like any of this matters to the question I'm gonna ask. Okay. So let's say I'm Ray J, like I'm the new Ray J.
Okay.
And I'm all oiled up. And I'm in the hot tub.
Do you have a beanie on?
I got a beanie on.
Is it switching
places? So I'm working on my next meme. Okay. This one's just with different oils.
Okay.
And I have a little team I put together, and I have $500 a month to spend on just the marketing. Let's say I have my content figured out. I got my videos. I got my, my little snippets, my pictures, stuff like that. And I'm pretty consistent.
Okay.
I've been doing it for maybe 6 months to a year, and I've been like putting stuff out. But my marketing budget is $500.
Okay.
And I am the new upcoming Ray J.
You're the upcoming Ray J.
Right. So what is the like in your opinion, like where is that going to be spent the most
best.
Effectively?
Quick question, Ray J.
Yeah.
Do you have music out in the marketplace?
Right. So I have music out on the marketplace. I have, stuff on Spotify, Apple. It's published across everything through CD Baby or whatever.
Second question, does the content you're putting out include your music? Or is it just ancillary content?
Yeah, so some of it is like my music video snippets.
Okay.
I'm putting up on Instagram. And,
Okay.
And then some of it's like just my day-to-day on my stories.
Okay.
And then, I'm starting to dabble in the IGTV.
Okay.
So a mixture of content.
Okay. So, and you have $500 to spend in marketing.
Yeah, per month.
Per month.
And I want to run like a campaign.
It's pretty
for
good.
The next,
That's pretty good budget.
First of all, you got money.
Yeah.
Secondly,
upcoming Ray J.
Upcoming Ray J.
Please address me as upcoming Ray J.
I see you. So I would actually put that $500 in ad spends.
Yeah.
And I would do ad spends in the easiest way to split it would be $250 would go towards Facebook ads. That $250 would be split in half between the link to your music that's in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
So $125 would be running the entire month towards your music that's in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
The remaining $125 would be towards the snippets of your music videos that are in the marketplace on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Remaining $250. This is where I would have one post on your Instagram that shows you either at the studio or with your oils, Ray J. And the caption reads, and this is the most self-promotion caption you will probably ever write in your life. Right. I am the next Ray J.
Right.
Make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay tuned with what's next in my story. I'd put the remaining $250 on that. Wow. Because at the end of the day, if you're delivering so much content, following you on a platform you consistently update is more valuable than just going to DSPs.
Right. Yeah.
So put the money there.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, I just want to give that to the listeners.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go.
The next Ray J's out there.
The next Ray J.
Yeah, rubbing oil on themselves.
So if they had the choice to, instead of do $500 a month, but put $2,000 and then give that music video to World Star, what would you rather do? Have them do?
First of all,
damn.
I say this, I love World Star. I think they're great. I think they have done what a lot of people fail to do in hip hop, which was create a funnel and own the pipeline.
Yeah. 100%.
The reason why Spotify and playlists and Apple Music and playlists and Tidal and playlists are so important because these platforms have created a list that fits and tailors to your mood, and they control the pipeline.
Yeah.
So
huge.
World Star killed it. They control an urban pipeline. Kill it. That stated, it does not do an up-and-coming artist any service to have their video placed on World Star because you're taking away from building your own audience on your own platform.
Right. You're basically...
It's an awareness look.
Yeah, trying to get driving more content to
You're giving
World
them...
Star.
Exactly. You're giving them the content they need to keep their channel running because they own a pipeline.
And you're paying them.
And you're paying them to do it. And maybe like in the link in the bio, it'll have something to DSPs, but you're losing out on that living on your channel and building your own fans. I'd rather you keep it on your channel, hold your $2,000 and put that in ads, pre-roll ads if your video is PG friendly, and get those views and listeners and viewers and subscribers to you versus you paying them $2,000 and them taking your video and placing it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
On their platform.
On their platform. Now, if they're willing to be like, hey, like, you know what, we don't want it as an exclusive. We'll just put up a snippet of it and link out. Cool, like, run it. But to give someone an entire, like, just, it's literally like saying, hey, this amazing podcast that you guys have, I'm going to go give this to VH1.
Right.
You'd feel away.
Yeah.
Because you're like, wait, so am I
like,
coming
wait, what?
too?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, hold up.
Wait, are you taking me with you?
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, no, you can stay here.
No, you're good.
But I'm going to just give this episode to VH1.
Right.
So what am I being, like, who's making money off of this?
Yeah.
Like,
or even awareness, right?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like maybe the biggest struggle today for anyone that's trying to start a business, starting to get their platform going, their brand going, whatever it is, it's just attention. Like they can't get the attention. They can't get enough in front of enough eyeballs. Because if you're good enough, like let's say I am the upcoming Ray J and I'm fucking lit. You know what I mean?
You're lit.
Yeah, my mixes are good. My songs are great.
Okay,
like
vocals.
we're making great shit, you know? But it's just like nobody
Nobody's
knows
paying
who the
attention.
fuck I am.
Because people right now are chasing the platforms and the pipelines instead of chasing the fans.
Very good point.
I'd rather have the look, is what you're saying?
Exactly, 100%.
Or even just like start getting
the public
popping on
recognition.
IG.
You're looking for the public recognition versus the fans. What's the concept? It's the 100 fan theory. And I
Right.
learned this like in undergrad. And it was literally like, if I have 100 friends that will buy my music for $1
Right.
every month, that is way more valuable than me having 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's interesting. This whole like Instagram, I need more followers, I need more likes, I need more
crazy.
followers. It's insane. to
I
me.
work in that world. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah. And most people like, a lot of the labels,
Yeah.
the executives, the people that like are looking at this stuff, I don't know if they're just delusional that they will look at the numbers before they look at anything else.
I'm going to be very transparent and tell you a lot of people just don't know.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very, in my 12 years of being in music, I have learned that people just genuinely do not know.
Right.
And it is scary to tell somebody, hey, you're giving me your project. This is what you need to do, and for sure it'll work.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
We're going to try, but this may not work.
And so literally, and that's why like things come as a marketing plan, or this is our attempt, or this is what we're
Right.
trying to do, because the likelihood is it will fail. And no one's willing to have that conversation. Not most people are willing to have that conversation with you.
Yeah, good point.
We're gonna put this out. Likelihood is only 100 people will hear it. It's not gonna get the reception you want. But you know what? We're gonna find shows. Someone is gonna let you play in their cafe.
Right.
We're gonna do that for 8 weeks.
Right.
We're gonna get you 100 fans. Get those 100 fans to pay $1, and now you have $1,000 to
Right.
put into your marketing.
Mm-hmm.
That's way more valuable
Yeah.
than no one hearing it. But no one wants to tell you, hey, straight up, 9 out of 10, you're probably gonna fail.
Right. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. I think the failure is good.
I think it's
I
great.
almost feel like you need to like do that quicker. Like you need to spend your money quicker. You need to experiment more.
Look, fail out loud. Like,
Right.
fail loudly, fail publicly,
Yeah.
do that with a splash. Like, because that's how you learn.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like is the biggest bottleneck to new artists, to independent artists. They want to go, I don't want to make a decision yet. I only got $1,000, $500, whatever. And I got to find the perfect thing. And it's like, there's no perfect thing.
Ever.
Especially as the platforms change
Correct.
and evolve, and then the algorithm gets switched every whatever. Like it's just experimenting all the time. I mean, in marketing,
Correct.
I almost feel like marketing is synonymous with experimentation.
No, it really is. Because people are like, does this work? I'm like, you know what?
Maybe for this month.
I'm like, right now it does.
Yeah.
And here's the test case I have. But if you don't do it, I can't help you.
Right.
But I also I'm Nigerian, so I'm very honest. So like my level of honesty is one that most people will not give you.
Yeah. You're like, socks.
I'm like, yeah, so this is terrible. But you know what? Here's what you could do.
We're going to try something.
We're gonna try this anyway. And we just hit the ground running. But I just in looking at everything, I really feel like that's like the best move to do. Just focus on building fans, getting the fans.
Let's talk a little bit of strategy. Now, recently, in probably the past year or two, there's a new strategy called trolling.
I don't think that's new.
It's not new.
I mean, 50 did it, but on the internet, it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
a new strategy. So I'm seeing people get into the trolling game, like Eminem.
Okay. He
Or-
went there.
yeah.
First of all, I love Eminem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry that man. I decided yesterday. He don't know it yet though. The trolling game.
Is that a valid strategy?
No.
No.
Because it's like making a caricature of yourself.
Yeah.
It's one thing. It really is. It's one
You're a
thing.
cartoon.
You're a cartoon. It's one thing to be snarky and witty, to be tongue in cheek. Okay, cool. But if trolling someone is not within your personality, then it doesn't suit you. Trolling works for 50 because he exerts the same energy in real life. Have you ever been around 50 in person?
Me personally, no.
No. Have you ever seen a video of him just hanging out with people?
Yeah.
He's the same guy.
Yeah, he
on
talks
the
some
internet.
shit.
He's the same shit he's talking about you on the internet, he will say to your face. He'd be like, man, that wall's the wrong color black. Like he'll literally say it to the wall.
Right.
Do you know? And I think right now people have this luxury of being able to hide behind their screens.
Oh yeah.
And the repercussions of trolling in 2018 results in people losing their jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
Or
you know what I mean?
blacklisting. Yeah.
Blacklisting,
All sorts of stuff,
all sorts of stuff. So I'm like, unless you're able to exert the same energy in real life, don't do it. It's not worth it.
yeah. Right. Yeah. You have to be that personality for sure. Like I start thinking about people like Tyler the Creator and stuff. You know, it's like that's who he is. Like he's that
100%.
rebellious fuck you artist. That's like that's his
He'll
personality.
say it to your face.
Yeah, but you can't like go be Tyler the Creator when you're actually like sitting there just
Yeah.
at your mom's house. Like
I don't
fuck
ex-
you, dude.
I don't expect Blake Lively to hop on Twitter and be like, F you.
Start talking shit.
I don't, you know, she
Just to
seems
get attention,
She
you know?
seems a little too nice for that.
Yeah.
You know, like, just, you know, but yeah, don't troll.
The case study for that to me was Tekashi, right?
So, Tekashi's interesting simply because he does this thing where he will bait somebody, but he has the know-how to know and can keep security around him so he doesn't get touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
Real
people
important.
looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Tekashi money to pay for any security guards to follow me around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Probably wearing a vest half the time.
wearing a vest a lot. Like the reason why I don't know, he's growing his hair out to try and mask the color. He's gonna be going to jail before the end of the year. Like I don't like, even in going in jail, he's trying to set terms and conditions to make sure he's safe. I don't
Like I'm not spending an
I'm not
extra
spending-
$200,000 a year to.
to pay for 8 people to follow me around when I go outside.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
Maybe that's just part of his marketing plan, though.
That's what I'm saying. It is 100%.
You know what? I see it as a fast burn. I feel like
Yeah.
what I see somebody who came in on the end of the trolling wave, got hot, and is like, I'm here, I'm trying to be regular now, but doesn't know how to slow down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because you see him like moving around now, you're like, okay, you're not as flagrant.
Right. What happened? You got some money?
Yeah. He got some money and was like,
You got some
"Ooh, I don't
money,
wanna
got
mess
some
this
PR.
up. I don't want to mess this up.
Like,
you know,
shit.
like just, and that's what's going on. But not everybody has that luxury to come back from being flagrant.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that luxury.
Right. That's a really good point.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if I'm Tekashi, I'm very scared of going to jail.
I think anyone would be scared of going to jail.
Jail
yeah.
is scary in general, 100%.
In America.
In America, that's not somewhere people go. In Norway, I heard it's lit though. I heard jail is
Go
lit
to
in
jail in
Norway.
Norway. That sounds
No,
dope.
like they give you like four course meals.
Fuck
They
yeah,
give you a
that's-
regular job, and the money
Yeah.
you make from the job you save. Like
It's like-
jail in Norway is lit.
It's like tax free.
You know, like because now they just do free labor, but in Norway that money's at least going to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So if I'm him, I'm very scared because it's like there's nothing more frightening than knowing you're walking into the lion's den.
Right.
Because you have insulted and belittled just about every race, creed, and class.
Yeah.
And in jail, all those people exist.
They're like, hey, what's up, bud?
They're like, hey, bro, we're here.
Yeah, dude.
Like, huh?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
You know?
You know what? I think we got to explain it for the maybe the older crowd what trolling it is. You know what I mean? It's like trying to basically create controversy to get your name out there so that, you know, you're on people's radar, and when they hear your music, they can create that association.
Exactly. That and then the internet allows people to make trolling just flagrant disrespect.
Yeah, it gets really bad.
It's more like people will talk about your mom or your child, things that traditionally have been off limits.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where things are now.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that ethics always get balanced out no matter what.
100%.
It's like, you know, the
That's the one
internet
thing I love
used to
about
be
hip-hop.
wide open and everyone's like, oh, fuck you. And YouTube used to be just
Whatever you want.
so bad.
And then the pendulum goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Goes back and forth.
It comes back to balance. You know?
100%.
So, and I think that's happening a lot with Facebook and Instagram. And, you know, they have a bunch of policies now for all sorts of stuff. You can't run ads on anything that says like ass or shit. Or like if you type anything in that or it has any text at all that has any curse words, they're like, nah, you can't run that.
Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting. And those ethics keep going up. Like I just logged into my Facebook ads account, the manager, and today it just had like a thing saying, hey, if you want to post anything, any advertising on political stuff, right? Like you're running a campaign or whatnot, like you have to go through a whole process and get approvals. You know what I mean? And I think that's really interesting because that's the new world. Fox News, they don't fucking care about that, right? They're like ratings. The internet doesn't care about ratings.
No, not at all.
They're like, oh, something went viral. Great.
There's
You
a
can't
lot.
control that.
I think the reason why Facebook is cracking down is because they messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They're under a
They're under a
microscope right
huge
now.
microscope right now. But then also it was one of those things where they broke the cardinal rule about money.
Yeah.
Where is the money coming from?
Yeah,
Just like even like Twitter's their advertisers platform is terrible.
so bad.
Don't
They're like, oh, spend $100 on there. Oh, it's gone. You spent it in an hour.
Don't buy Twitter ads.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
It's the worst thing you
Just
can
throw
do.
your money out the window instead. At least somebody will get it.
Yeah,
But like just even Twitter from day one when they rolled out their advertisers platform, check the veracity of where the funds are coming from.
Yeah.
It has to be a domestic account.
yeah, that's interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like Facebook, I get it. You're a global platform, so is Twitter, but you never once cared where the money's from. The reason why
Right.
you're going through the political thing now is because Zuckerberg is under scrutiny about whether or not his role or his laxity in allowing certain ads to run or why we have what we have going on right now.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
You know?
I mean, it's crazy to think about it, but the information and the attention is what runs the world right now, and it makes huge decisions being made more easy for not only political parties but advertisers that have enough money, right?
I'm going to be very honest with you. Whoever ran that digital marketing campaign, smart as hell.
Right.
Smart as hell. I want to meet
Fair
that
enough.
person.
Yeah. Right.
Because clearly you knew what the gag was.
100%.
Like, I didn't think of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I should have look. We put who wanted to run Kanye?
Yeah.
Start running campaign.
Just do it that way. Follow the blueprint.
Right. Just,
Done and done.
There you go.
You know, back to trolling, like politics, like they would literally run trolling ads
Yeah.
against
Against themselves.
or against their competition. Like,
100%.
look at he voted on this bill.
They still do.
Yeah.
They still do it.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the scarcity mentality that, like, if you pick him, you can't pick him.
Yeah.
It's like, but motherfucker, I like some of that and I like some of that.
Dude,
Can we just like put their brains together and make a normal person?
I'm with that. You know?
Like, yeah,
I just,
with AI.
Look. Actually, don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah, that
Don't
shit'll
do
take over.
I Robot is really gonna happen, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, I told y'all, like,
Man,
don't do it.
that shit's getting scary.
You're
Have you
feeding the AI every time you search something on Google. You're telling the machine about yourself.
You know what we need? We just need to go back to encyclopedias. When's the last time you looked at an almanac?
Yeah, I love almanacs. Yeah, I mean, that was like the only place I could find nudity as a kid, you know? I'm like, oh, boobs. Like I didn't care. Like I was like, yeah, I'm looking at the
dude,
almanac.
I was like, man, I just got to go buy 2018. Do they even print those anymore?
Probably someone does it.
Yeah,
there's a small, very small target market of great grandmas and grandmas.
It's crazy though to think that generation is soon not going to be involved and those things won't be here anymore.
Yeah,
like that's weird to me.
I think the wildest thing to me was freshmen in high school this year had never heard of dial tone.
Right?
And that freaked me out.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You don't know what a dial tone is? But then you think about it. They've had cell phones their entire life.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I remember
I never even think about that.
I remember when you had to like connect to the internet and you had to wait and it was like this nasty buzz.
56K, what's up?
Dude. And then you
get off the internet. You're taking the phone line.
Right. You had one phone line.
That's
broadband
crazy.
was a discovery. I remember.
Yeah, broadband.
Cable internet, that was like game changer.
Yeah. They even had like satellite internet.
I remember that.
Before like the cable internet stuff. Like it was crazy. Direct TV and shit was like, yo, you can get satellite internet. And we're like, all right. That's kind of creepy.
Antenna.
You just got a satellite like looking at you and everything you're searching. And then now we just like give it away for free, put our Face ID up on the thing and scan our retinas.
Face ID?
Yeah, I do, which is it's crazy.
There you go.
Do you believe in the security of Face ID? Because I know a bunch of people put about a bunch of videos of it not actually working.
My mom can open my phone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Really?
And we look nothing alike.
That's crazy.
I mean, obviously we look alike because she's my mom, but like...
Well, that's one of the new features, though. One of the new features.
That's why I need a new
iPhone. I think they probably got enough complaints that they're like, shit, dude, that actually wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like, most secure thing ever.
Yeah.
You can scan your face.
Dude.
And you're like, oh, fuck, man. Why is my mom able to get into my phone?
Thankfully, there was nothing in there.
Yeah, right.
Like,
but just think about that. Like, someone is going to get that lucky strike.
Yeah. The right angle. I was like, we look nothing alike, Mom. She's like, I know.
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
look like your dad.
You look like your dad.
You remember
it's genetic scanning.
Yeah.
You remember like hearing those cases where like they pulled like a bunch of people into a room, when they arrested someone, like, okay, who was the murderer, or who did the crime, and then you like, well, that guy looks exactly like the guy who did it, but it was like some other random guy off the street.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
That's what's going to happen with Face ID. All you have to do is get someone who kind of relatively looks like you, you know what I mean, in the face, and then I just feel like it could open your phone.
I'm telling you though, it's gonna get so good. You're gonna be able to scan like your finger, and it's gonna check your DNA or something.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's what the fingerprint opener thing was. It just
creepy.
captured all our fingerprints.
It's so creepy.
Took that up to the cloud.
Yeah, bam.
Except there's somewhere.
Sell it to Facebook.
That's why I signed up for Clear, because they used to.
You got a trap phone? Is what you're saying?
I was like, they already have my fingerprints anyway.
Dimplez has got a trap phone. Hit her on the trap phone.
The burner line.
What you need?
I know, right?
I see those kids on Instagram like doing stories like pounds of weed, like, yeah, hit me up, 1800 OG. I'm like, damn, you guys just like sell weed on the internet right now?
Dude,
that's
bold.
crazy.
Unless that says California.
It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Unless your state says California, I don't know, bro.
It's insane to me.
Well, people are there's the term of self-snitching. Like they rob a bank and then put the mony on the internet.
Oh yeah, no, I saw
like that's happened a couple times. Yeah,
I saw somebody do that. It was very interesting to see how long it took the police to come find them. They're like, yeah, so the police are looking for me. You're updating your Facebook status.
Yeah. And then like, we have your fingerprint, your
think
face
we know
ID.
where you are.
Yeah. You've
Pretty
scanned
sure they
everything.
know.
We've tracked every single thing you've done on the internet for the last,
But that was going on for a while. I have to think of who it was, but they were just updating their Facebook status. So I'm on the run from the police, and we're like, wait, what? And then they come back a week later. They still ain't got me yet. And, it's like, and then the next one is like, so they got me. I'll be gone for a while. Okay.
Tell my mom I love her.
Right? Yeah. I was just like, okay, dude.
That's so funny.
So funny.
So
can we do a quick lightning round on the digital marketing?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay. Email lists in 2018. How important?
Important.
important. Okay.
Wait, am I supposed to say something else?
Okay. Then,
like,
no,
that's
let's go to the
it.
next one. Okay.
That was
let's do it.
lightning, but say more.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, just kidding.
Worth money, because if your Instagram gets taken, you need it.
Okay. Next thing, artist website. More important than having just, popping socials, or no?
Nobody's going to your website. You don't need it.
How
Bam.
important is your product versus your marketing?
Product is always more important. Quality over everything.
Amen.
Yeah.
Music video or micro content? What would you spend your money on?
Both.
Videos on Facebook or videos on Instagram?
Ooh. Facebook.
Lyric videos, important or not?
Not important. Who's reading your lyrics?
No shit.
I just
No one gives a fuck. I
No,
can't even make out any of it.
listen. No, like honestly, music. It doesn't matter what you're saying right now. It matters how you make people feel.
Yeah, 100%. That was going
Yeah.
to be my
Yeah.
next question, actually.
Oh, really? Did I
Yeah.
steal it?
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right.
I was going to ask, more important how it feels or how it looks and sounds?
Yeah. How
Yeah,
it feels.
It has to feel good, right?
How it
Yeah.
feels. You got to set me in a mood.
Yeah, 100%.
know?
I mean, people complain about mumble rap. I'm like, fuck off.
Nobody's listening to
Yeah,
them.
nobody cares about the
We're
lyrics.
listening to the beat.
Why do you care so much? It just
Shout
feels
out to
right.
the producer.
Yeah, amen.
You know?
Okay. Artist vlogs, important. Should they do content outside of music?
They should do content outside of music, but only if it's content we're sharing. Like, I don't want to watch you go in your 9 to 5 at a call center.
All right, social media marketing or running after blogs and blog posting?
Social media marketing, blogs are dead.
Thank you.
I already did the World Star now.
I was ready. You said lightning round. I was like, all right.
Okay. Is real hip hop coming back, or are we going to see a lot more mumble rap?
Real hip hop is coming back, but it'll take about 2 years.
Snapchat.
I feel that.
To Snapchat or to not to?
Delete
Snapchat.
the app. Snapchat is dead.
Get rid of
Just
your
get
Snapchat.
rid of it. If you're spending money on Snapchat, you're wasting money.
No shit.
Yeah.
So what's next for? What's the next thing that Instagram is going to implement?
Instagram is going to figure out, and this is just my hypothesis. No one's actually told
We're
me
looking
this.
for them.
Okay, Instagram is going to figure out a way to not only sell you stuff directly, but to have an experience directly. Like right now, there's a step. They have like Instagram stores where you can click on the product and go through and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to figure out a way to streamline that, where you see somebody's photo, you tap on it, click on the shirt. Hey, I like your shirt. Yes, I have money. Pay for it, and it ships to your house in a day. They're going to kill Amazon Prime. It's coming.
I love that idea because I don't like the fact that you have to go out to a Shopify store, go out to the manufacturer's
Exactly.
platform website that's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like if Instagram just streamlined all that and like,
they started it.
yeah,
It's going to be done within the year.
that's dope.
Within the
Love
year.
it.
100%.
What portion of my budget should go to the content, and then what portion should go to the marketing?
It should be a 75-25 split, because you always want your production quality to be high, but your production quality doesn't matter if no one sees it.
Thank
So
you.
75 on the content, or
Correct.
Okay.
100%. I agree with that, by the way.
Yeah.
I see too many people marketing and like boosting posts that are like, what the
It's
fuck
like,
is this
bro, you
shit?
took this in the middle of the dark.
like
On your BlackBerry curve in
Yeah.
2018. Yeah,
It's
no,
so
no,
bad.
yeah, okay.
Okay, bots.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Because it'll kill your engagement. Instagram's actually penalizing people who use bots right now.
Yeah, I think all the platforms will. A lot of people bought Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. They bought Facebook, Instagram.
People are going to be real upset when they get exposed.
You know what I'm wondering is how upset they're going to be when they get banned from the platform that's monetizing most of their lifestyle.
I don't think Spotify will go so far as to ban them.
Right. Do you think that they'll like,
I think they'll reveal the true numbers.
gotcha. Yeah.
Do you-
You
I-
remember that? Okay.
With the Instagram?
Yeah. Do you remember that
Do you remember
shit?
what happened?
That shit was
Oh my
crazy.
God. Okay,
Everyone
so-
got exposed.
No. Okay, so here's what happened. So Instagram's like, hey, sends out an alert and press alert, whatever. We're removing all fake followers from the platform. So you go to someone like Mace's platform. He had 1.2 million
I
followers.
do remember this. This was crazy.
All he had was 139,000. So you're like, bro, you really bought 1 million followers? Like it was that serious.
This is gonna happen again.
He deleted his account.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
He just deleted it.
I gotta go.
Because everyone was like, this is too drastic of a jump.
Dude,
Can we
that's
look
like-
up Mace right now and see where he's at?
It's
Yeah.
like
Well, I'll check it out.
it's like pissing your pants in public. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna run.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But I see this like all too often. Everybody's got 50,000 followers, and I'm like, dude, you got like 65 people liking your photo.
Yeah, no, it's really, really wild because it's like, I feel they think that the vanity of the overall follower number is worth more because about a year and a half ago, they were right. That
Yeah.
follower number did mean
Right.
something. But now companies and brands aren't looking for big influencers, they're looking for micro influencers.
I was just talking about this the other day
Really?
with someone. The micro influencer market is the biggest thing right now.
Yeah.
It's like you can go spend $100 to get someone with 100,000 followers to, you know, promote your shit or whatever, and it could literally reach 20% of what someone with 5,000 followers that are dedicated, deep followers,
Yeah,
and that they're really into whatever that niche is.
100%.
And people don't understand that. They're like, why would you charge me all this money to
do this.
you only have 5,000 followers? Because, dude, my 5,000 followers really, really fuck with this. That guy's got 100,000 followers and half of them are botted. Some of them are just people following him because they got posted on some sort of reality TV thing or whatever.
People want the look, Brad. That's why. If someone,
it's vanity.
Yeah, but you really need to think about ROI.
Like, yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like if you're spending your own money, people want the vanity of it.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about
Right.
the fader look. People want the fader look. People want the double XL look. They want the blog.
they
the
want
big
Gigi
look.
Hadid posting their makeup.
They want
Yeah.
Gigi
You know what I mean?
and Bella and
Right.
Kylie and what all the other E's.
all the E's at the end.
Posting their stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When in actuality, you could have someone like, her name is Jade Kendall. She's a beauty blogger. She'll post something. Maybe she'll get like 5,000 people to like it. But of those 5,000 people, 4,000 are buying.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's insane.
that's like,
Spend $100 on an influencer and
I'd
get
ra-
$500 back.
right. Like, I'd rather spend money with her all day
Yeah.
than I would anybody else.
No, good point. That's really interesting. I mean, this is like really fascinating to me because I don't know what's going on Instagram anymore, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, are you real?
I don't think anybody knows right now. It's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
But what's going to reign supreme and what's going to win is consistency. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, if you like to go on Insta story every day and poll people whether you're cute today or not, please do it.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it because that consistency
Yeah.
in a month, it's going to mean something. You're going to find yourself attracting more audience members.
Right.
Because they'll be like, yeah, go follow him. He's asking if he's cute.
Yeah.
Go vote.
Right? It's
Go
entertaining. Like that's the new TV.
It's a channel.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a channel.
Okay, post to story ratios on Instagram. How many posts should you make per day? How many stories? Or what do you think?
Okay, so question. Are you asking this as it relates to maintaining engagement or growing followers?
Growing
organically?
followers, because that's what
Everybody wants to do.
freaking cares about.
So you want to post to the timeline a minimum of 4 times a week.
Okay.
You want to go live every other week. And you want to go on stories 3 to 4 times a day minimum.
Amen. People need to
Hallelujah.
utilize the stories a lot more.
Stories
It pisses
is
me
great.
off when I see the plus on my story. I'm like, oh, I've been slipping.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're not posting your stories, you're just like not playing.
Yeah.
You're not on the
You're
on the
taking
field.
yourself out the game.
Yeah, you're not there. You're not even involved.
Yeah.
Facebook stories or no?
I actually have a hack for that. So connect your Instagram to your Facebook and auto-publish all the stories
Totally.
you put on IG.
Yeah. Instagram's getting better with that now too.
Yes, they are.
You notice that? They're like, you really need to get to Facebook.
Exactly. You sure do.
Yeah, don't slip up on Facebook. It is the largest data collection in the world.
2 billion users
Yeah, people don't
domestically.
everybody's hating on Facebook right now, but it's still such a huge deal. And like you were talking about the ad spend on it, you could spend $10 and reach thousands and thousands of people.
Literally, skip lunch today, put $5 in
Yeah.
a Facebook ad, and tell me you don't get at least one new like.
Yeah. You do that on Instagram, $5, you're like,
$5
dude,
would be
it
gone in
reached
2
10
minutes.
people.
Did anybody even see that?
Did anyone see that?
I don't know.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Like let's talk about content quality.
Okay.
DSLR content on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. How important or not important?
It really just depends on the caliber of the artist. This one's a tricky one. If you're new and developing, I don't expect you to own a DSLR. That's weird. That's a weird.
Like shoot on your iPhone.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's a weird jump or leap for a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what, bro? Like, how's your video HD? Like,
Yeah, damn. That's like, is that 6K?
right. You know, we all have mobile phones. Use your mobile phone.
Yeah, and the new iPhone's got a better camera as well.
I don't even remember.
It's just better.
It's just better. I don't even know how it's better, but it's better.
Doesn't matter. Just buy it.
They do the little specs.
Put it on a payment
Better.
plan. Who cares?
Yeah, just don't even need specs. But yeah, no. So like, as a newer artist, phone, I expect medium to lo-fi content.
Especially rappers.
Especially rappers, like, bro, because I know you don't have no money.
Yeah, right.
Like,
We all know, guys.
like,
Just so you know.
I know you just started rapping last week. There's no way you're profitable.
Yeah.
There's just.
Like
I would
when you see 1,000 streams on their Spotify, you're like, you don't have any money. It's
no.
okay.
If you see sub 1,000,
Yeah.
because those, then it's just
Yeah.
and it says 1,000. They don't even want to tell you the actual number.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
so that like, dude, I know you have no money, and that's okay. So the content I expect to match up with where you are in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be HD with the Lumix or Nikon, because shout out to Nikon, because I just like the better. You know,
And Nokia.
Nokia.
Love you, Nokia.
Dude, oh, me too.
They're still
this
dope.
water, Nestle.
And they had that ringtone.
Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
So mid to lo-fi content.
Let's get to what you do. How important is strategy with social media versus spending more money on just say consistency?
Strategy is important in the sense that you have to have a concise narrative.
Mm-hmm.
What are you telling and who are you telling it to? So my narrative is who I am in general. I am a digital marketer. I work traditionally with urban artists, and I want to live and continue to help the artists that I know intersect with tech.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do, like in business and in life and just as a general human being. That's
Right.
literally where I live. As an artist, your narrative should embolden where you live as a human.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are from Nashville, Tennessee, and you love barbecue, I should hear that girth of love and that draw in your sound when you rap.
Right.
And that's the narrative that you say. So strategy on that end would be like, hey, how do I tell my story better? How do I share the ideologies of where I'm from
Mm-hmm.
within my music and across my socials? How do I bring people who've never been to Nashville, Tennessee, and show them all the hot spots to eat, show them where I write my raps, show them where, you know, I tripped and fell when I was trying to talk to a girl or whatever. Like, how do I bring them into my world?
Mm-hmm.
You figure out your narrative, you build out content that captures your narrative, then you can strategize about the release.
Mm.
Yeah, I almost feel like you can't be consistent until you have those things. Like you're going to be consistently somebody else.
But most people do the opposite. They'll go and be like, hey, I'm going to just start posting this stuff and figure it out later.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's no harm in starting.
Mm-hmm.
Take a break, figure out what you want to say, capture what you're trying to say, and then put it out.
Love it. Well, we can talk with you for probably another like
Last
the whole day.
lightning
My
round.
phone's blown up. I
Okay.
love y'all.
Yeah, right. I actually gotta go now.
The most important question that everyone's been waiting
Okay,
for the end of the podcast.
ready.
How important is verification? Should I pay for it?
No. Honestly, right now, because verification is so accessible, it's kind of sexy to not be verified.
Right.
Ooh.
It's
Trends.
it's almost like refreshing.
Yeah, it's like, you're not verified? Oh, you cute.
Oh, but you're dope though. Like, how,
Like, you know, like, and you're amazing,
yeah.
and you're not verified?
Right.
Man, they're messing up.
Yeah.
It almost makes you more endearing to the consumer because they feel as though that they've been able to capture you or latch onto your movement in advance of you being publicly recognized.
Yeah, that's a good point. I also every time I see the verification and someone's like posting on it, I'm like, I just automatically think
You
like
shut off.
corporate.
Right.
Hi.
Like, and it may not be the case, but I'm like,
Right.
not having a blue check actually makes you more relatable. And that's where you get the accessibility to building your fans.
Do you feel like that's like the key to micro influencers as well?
That's the key to micro influencers right now.
Yeah.
If you have a verified check, likelihood is you're probably too expensive for me.
Yeah, good
Yeah, that's
point.
true.
And also, it's like for me, it's like digging through vinyl.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
How long is it going to take you until you find a Ribbon in the Sky vinyl with Stevie?
Exactly.
Like
That's what you go through, and people love that. Like on the internet, they love discovering stuff.
exactly.
Like a lot of the clients, like we would work with, they're gonna like, oh my god, I discovered. Like, creative directors, anyone in marketing, they're like, oh shit, I found this music. These producers, like,
exactly.
they're not just like, oh, look, Dr. Dre. Who cares?
The early discovery is so critical and important in an artist's career because that's the difference between someone like a J. Cole and a Little Pump.
Yeah.
J. Cole will never, ever, ever have to post a single thing on social media a day in his life.
Right.
But he will always have fans because of when they discovered him.
Yeah.
That college insecure time when you felt like he was just yours.
Mm-hmm.
Those are still his fans. Those are the people that are galvanizing for him, buying his music, selling out his shows.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time J. Cole went on tour and it wasn't sold out.
No shit. Well, and also he's
J. Cole. But
he's
whatever.
J. But that's the thing though. Like
That's how he got
That's
there.
how he got to be J. Cole. Yeah. Now he's meditating, hanging out, and fucking do whatever he wants.
He's not mistaken.
Yeah, he doesn't need to like.
He's not mistaken.
Yeah, today I'm texting on the phone. Check me out.
Yeah,
So he doesn't have to DM spam people his music to get likes?
Actually, that's the worst way. Don't do that.
Without saying hi.
Don't do that. That'll get you blocked in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Don't DM anybody music. Nobody. Look,
I just
if you
delete
can,
it.
If you can't DM your mom music, don't DM me.
Yeah, your mom's like, oh,
Your mom's
sweetie.
not clicking that link.
But my plays go up though.
Look, your mom. No, mom is not. Look, the way I see it is the way you send your mom music. Hey, mom, I made a song. Can I send it to you? She's
Right.
like, yeah, honey, send me the song. That's what you do with strangers.
Right.
You ask.
Amen. Yeah.
You know, like
Like I don't even get a hello. They're not even following
they don't
you.
care. They don't care.
They just like
They
"Bleh."
just here you go. 80 emojis.
Yeah. Fire.
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 Check me out, bro. I'm lit.
Okay.
Also, I don't.
Hi, Ray J.
I hear you. Y'all oiled up.
I know, right?
Well, shit. This has been amazing.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Honestly, like I'm gonna go back over all this, take notes.
Yeah, I feel like I just talked randomly. I'm sorry if I didn't make sense.
It's what we do on
know
this
it.
podcast.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
So what I took away is you need to get on MySpace really heavy, and you should DM spam.
Yes, all of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Actually,
And definitely don't use Facebook ads.
Yeah, just no. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's overrated. Facebook's
man.
dead.
Oh no.
All right.
So where can people find you on socials? Because they gotta follow you in Peep Game.
Dimplez on everything. Dimplez.
Nice.
Yeah, doing the whole share thing.
There you go. You don't even
word.
have to add. It's
don't-
dimples on everything.
My favorite thing is when artists have like different
With the underscores.
the different
hate
things on
that.
different platforms.
They'd be like, yeah, so like follow me at 123 _ /. You're like,
Oh
bro.
damn, we got an underscore in our shit.
Well, what
Yeah,
if
you
that
gotta
only
change it.
Yeah,
You gotta change it.
but per platform it's different. So my SoundCloud is this, and my Instagram is this one.
Oh yeah, no, nobody. After the second one, nobody.
And then if you go on
anything
Twitter,
said,
it's
bro.
this little Twookie, which is my old rap name.
Your old rap. Dang, Ray J, how many names do you have?
Well, I'm gonna kill that. That's gonna be lit.
We just need it. You know what we got to do now? We just got to go get your own oil line.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Swipe up now.
Merchandising.
Right? I'm just like in a bathtub.
Coconut
bubble,
oils?
like swipe up.
I'm with it.
Swipe up.
I approve that message.
Well, thanks again. We appreciate
I
you.
appreciate you guys.
At Bradley HD.
Nice. See, no underscore in that one.
Yeah.
Okay, what's yours?
And at KDE Beats, we're giving each other,
Yeah.
shout outs here.
All right.
Shout out.
At Radium_media.
Damn.
See, y'all gotta take the underscore. Don't worry, you'll get there.
We'll get there.
We need to get
That's
verified.
Like I'm saying, I need to go over this and take notes.
Who do I pay to verify me?
That's